wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third, and man, oh man, happy Sunday, everybody. Yeah, I'm hanging out with the Macho Man too much. But man, oh man, I have an awesome young lady that is from the UK, and she knocked on the Dudes at Ringside door. Of course, I obliged, because UK and Scotland has a really big part of my heart. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Lucia Nyx. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Sunday, by the way.
Happy Sunday.
So, if my American baddies, East Coast, West Coast, and down the middle, if they're not familiar with you, and why would they not be? Introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Lucia Nyx. I am a wrestler based out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, or Ireland, and I have been wrestling for about 2 months now. So if you're unfamiliar with me, I don't blame you, but you should get to know me because I am the best. Well, soon to be the best.
I love that. I love that for you, girl, because I feel the vibe. Before we did this interview, we were chit-chatting on the Insta phone. And now, before the interview, it just feels like we've known each other for a million years. So
I know.
So who trained you?
I was trained by Titanic Wrestling in Belfast. I have been trained by so many people. I have been trained by former WWE star Tucker. I have been trained by JDP. I have been trained by so many different people, and they have taught me so much. I think Titanic is it's like so many great trainers, and it's just like one big family. So I'm really, really happy that I started training there.
Awesome. So when you first walked through the doors of the Titanic training facility, what were your thoughts?
I started training whenever I was 18. So I was still in school at the time, and I was just finishing what we would call A levels. So I was this nervous little girl. Like, we had, before we moved facilities, so we were in this like big industrial like estate, and I was so nervous. I couldn't tell my left from my right. I thought I was going to cry. And now 2 years later, I am doing shows, and I am maybe the most confident I've ever been. And I think it's all thanks to the training that I had in Titanic.
Wow. Awesome. Do you remember your first match?
My first match was against another amazing wrestler, Pretty Big Deal, or Rhea, as she goes by on Instagram. She trained me for like a little bit before we started, planning my debut. And I am so happy I got to do it with her. I don't think there's like another person I would rather do it with. She made me feel so comfortable. She walked me through it. It was a good debut to have, and I'm really, really happy that I got to have it.
Awesome. When it comes to like your gear, and most people like take their gear to heart, because if you're not wearing the proper gear in a promo picture, people won't take you seriously. With the promo picture you sent me, it's such a cool picture. I love the outfit. I love the looking back. You have that gear already, or was that like a process, and who made it?
So my gear was made by a lady based in England. Her name is Vic Stitch on Instagram. I came to her at the end of end of December, and asked if she could make me a gear, and I gave her a concept, something that the colors that I wanted and things like that, and it came out better than I expected. I absolutely loved it, and it was there just in time for my singles debut. The jacket itself is something I made. So I painted my jacket, the design on it. So I painted the back of it, painted the front of it, sort of to match my gimmick. And yeah, I think being a woman in wrestling, you have to take your gear quite seriously, and you have to put a lot of thought into it. So I think having the gear that I did have for my debut was the best option for me and the best option for my gimmick.
Awesome. So what did you wear on your first match?
my first match was a tag match. It was a 6-man tag in West Belfast. And I wore like a dance leotard. A
Oh
dance
wow.
leotard, yeah, a dance leotard with just knee pads and some boots because
Oh,
I like it was just I think the shipping was delayed on my gear that Vic Stitch had made me. And so I had to go in with this dance leotard that I had bought for I think like £15
oh my
and just
god.
hoped that it didn't rip or anything.
Oh,
So it was definitely we'll pray and we'll see what happens.
oh my gosh. Did you prep it? Did you check it before you like it's a leotard? Because you never know. Like the light hits the back of your outfit, the front of your outfit, and like there goes the crowd going, oh, we can see her underwear. You know what I mean? Like, did you check it before you like went out there and said, I'm gonna wrestle in this?
Yeah, so I tried it on like a couple days before and like it I could move well enough in it and like I could do everything I needed to do in it. But I think there was definitely the worry because I had bought it for so cheap on like I think the site was called Move Dance. But I think it was a good first piece of gear to have. Like it served me well.
Okay, awesome. Um, so with you being so new in the business, have you thought about it that you're part of the next push of the indies in the UK?
I haven't really thought of it like that.
Oh no,
I
I'm putting
think
this girl on pressure, guys. Sorry, fans. Hmm.
I think I think I'm sort of aware that I and like the people I train with are the next generation of indie wrestlers in the UK, and the business is so it's growing, and it's going to still grow. And I think it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be part of wrestling because it's gotten so big over the last few years, and it's one of the reasons I started wrestling because I only started watching wrestling in 2023. And I think it's exciting to be part of this new push for wrestling, especially in the UK. Obviously, Progress Wrestling has just been bought over by Demo and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, well, I think that's crazy. I saw that and I was like, even some of my American wrestling fans were like, "Do you know about this promotion?" I'm like, "Yeah, but no. Maybe I should talk to them." Like,
It's a very exciting time to be part of UK wrestling. And I think UK wrestling and especially Irish wrestling is filled with so many talented people. And the industry is just so amazing that it's just a really exciting time.
awesome. Do you have any wrestlers on your like bucket list for 2026 that you want to
Um,
work with, men or women? It doesn't matter. Do you would you want to work with more men this year or women this year?
I think I really do enjoy an intergender tag. I'm part of a faction called the Bad Guys, and
Yeah, I
me
saw
and
the shirt. I saw that shirt.
so me and my tag partner JDP, we went over to Scotland recently and we did an intergender tag, and I had so much fun. And I
Oh, wow.
think I would love to do an intergender tag against Planet A or Molly Spartan and her tag team partner. I just Molly Spartan is one of the many women that I would love to wrestle, and I think women's wrestling is getting so big now that I think it is possible. I think you have Amira Blair, you have Molly Spartan, you have the queen of Irish wrestling, Katie Harvey. I did actually wrestle her a couple weeks ago now, which was really really exciting. So yeah, I think because I'm so new, the sky's the limit. And I just would love to wrestle so many different people in so many different promotions. And I think I am determined to get that.
I'm so happy that I had a chance to work with you in your your beginning of your career. Like I've asked this to other wrestlers from the UK. I'm going to ask you also, what does it feel like to be approached by an American podcast?
It feels it feels quite strange, especially in my case, because I've only, as I said, been wrestling for 2 months now. So whenever I got your message, I was like, oh, this sounds exciting. Let me see where this will lead. And let me see like what it might be like. So I'm glad I did answer that message.
I'm happy you got back to me too because I was like I look at your promo pictures and I'm like just send her one message, throw one dart, and then walk away. and leave it in
Mhm.
the leave the dart. Don't keep, because people will message people and they'll have like 5 messages that are in the thing. They're like, block. Ew. He sent like 5 messages in one sitting. When it comes to the day before the show, Lucia, do you consider yourself a last minute Lucy or an early bird with packing the bag?
Oh, I can tell you right now, I have my bag packed. I am the type of person who will pack days in advance and then will get to the day of the show and think, I've forgotten something. There's something I've forgotten. There's no way I'm prepared.
Oh no.
I like being prepared. I like preparing for a worst case scenario, whether it's like painkillers, bandages, just anything. And I'm definitely the type, I've always sort of been the type of person to help. If I can offer someone something, if they've forgotten it, I will offer them. So if it's with my hair products, do you want to use my straighteners? Do you want to use my curling iron? Or do you want to use some of my makeup if you've forgotten yours? It's just, I think because I like to be so well organized that I like to also help other people be organized. That means we can all, be ready.
Yeah. What is it like to like eat as a wrestler? Because I know everything's fried these days. Do you have to prepare a meal as like a dunch or like a breakfast? BLD, I might call it breakfast, lunch, dinner for the day of the show, or do you risk it, throw the dart in the dark like Joe does, to see what he's going to eat? What do you? How do you eat on the road as a wrestler? It must be very difficult.
I don't like to limit myself food wise. Like I am quite whenever I started wrestling, I was quite like skinny and like I was quite scrawny. And so I think my main focus on show days is to try and eat as best I can, no matter what I can get my hands on, I will try and eat it. Just because I'm quite an anxious person. So before a match, I am definitely pacing somewhere. And
Mm.
like the last thing on my mind is food. But I definitely do try and make sure that I eat, even if it's like something like McDonald's. Like usually one of our venues is like super close to like a food places. So I just try and eat. And it's sort of just one of those things where as long as I'm eating, I'm okay with what I'm eating, rather than limiting myself to making sure that I make food the night before and doing things like that, because I may be organized bag wise, but I am not well prepared when it comes to meal prep. I'm awful at it.
Oh, jeez, that's horrible. I live on my own now, and I'm practicing my own meal prep. I'm like, what do you eat today? I don't know, something like an egg. Ugh. Um, do you have any fun stories from your matches? Any of your matches you had in your career so far?
Ooh, I think the fun part is, so before I actually was wrestling, I did a little like stint as a referee.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, so I did dabble in refing for a wee bit. It wasn't for me.
Oh boy.
There's been, but I loved it. Like I really liked it, and I think it was good for preparing me. And I think most matches I can't remember what I did.
Oh
I
no.
but I think it's the befores and afters on show days, especially when it comes to Titanic, is so fun. I think everyone gets along so well, and it just makes show days way more not carefree, but less stressful than what they would be if there wasn't that fun behind it. So, but I'm like I said, with my first match, I'm glad it was with that one with Pretty Big Deal, because she was just so amazing, and I think we had fun, especially like before the match and during the match and after the match. We had fun.
Oh wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that. If my fans want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
So I am on Instagram. My Instagram is at Lucia Nyx _pro wrestling. And I think that is my only social media. But that is where I post most of my things and where I do most of my networking. So please feel free to follow me.
Awesome. Before we go, she's gonna leave us, guys. But she'll be back, promise. There'll be a part two. Be like a Kiara. Be like part. She'll beat Kiara's record. She'll be on. Come on here 5 times. Me. Before we go, if you could write a letter to a younger you, younger Lucia, what would you say in that letter and why?
I think I would say that exciting things are coming. I think before I started training to be a wrestler, I definitely was a very shy, introverted person. I didn't like to, go out. I didn't like to do things. And I think wrestling has opened so many doors for me. Like I got to go to Scotland a couple weeks ago. I never thought I would be doing that. Like I never thought I would be going on a trip by myself to Scotland to wrestle. I think I would tell myself, a younger version of me, that wrestling isn't as weird as you think it is. Because I remember having a friend when I was growing up and their brothers loved wrestling. I was like, that's strange. That's wrestling, what's that? And now I'm like wrestling crazy. So I think I would just tell myself, like, just wait it out. Like exciting things are coming and you'll love what's happening in your life.
Awesome. Lucia Nyx, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It really means a lot to have a young star like you coming on Dudes at Ringside. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Am Joe
Thank you for
Panther
having
III.
me.
Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, say your name.
Oh, Lucia Nyx.
Now you pose. And we will catch you in the next one.
Bye.